Hey gang, I'm Mr. Phil, we're in the workshop and you are watching Rat Chat episode 16. Now it feels like I've been recording this episode all day. Well, actually that's because I have been filming this episode all day. I just can't get it right. So I made notes. I broke down and got the pen and paper out and did it old school, made notes so I can stay focused on what it is that we're talking about today. And I have coffee, so coffee is great. I brought back Witch's Brew for a return visit. And it still lives up to a 7.5 out of 10. That's not good because now the mug is in frame. Let me move this. I had some snacks, I had some coffee, I made my notes, and here we go with Rat Chat, ep16, take 12. According to item 1 on my list, the things I need to start out with in order are week in review. A week ago in ep15 I posted a lot of emotional content regarding the loss of one of my good friends, Heather, and I thank each and every one of you for the outpouring of support, love, and encouragement that you gave in that tough time. And you know, day by day we just have to learn how to make sense of this crazy world we live in. But as long as I have a gang like you that supports a good rat like me, then I am optimistic for our future and I look forward to growing our future together. Other cool things, I saw Black Panther last week. I loved it. I thought it was one of the most poignant and thought-provoking films to come out in a long time. I really liked how they blended the Marvel comic universe with social commentary and merge the two places, and I really thought it was so well done, and it was more than just a superhero movie. It was a movie about people, and after all, that's what we need, is we need more content that is around just humanity. All in all, Black Panther was a great movie, and I really loved how it was just about people and people's stories, and that is what mattered. In the past week, the Good Rats team has come up with a bunch of different ideas for merchandise and the things that we're going to be adding to the merchandise pool. We have redesigned the Medusa t-shirt. So the reason why this order is taking just a slightly little longer than we liked is because Beck and I decided to bring the Medusa t-shirt into a new look. We wanted to give it a new feel and flesh it out some more. And so that order is going out very, very soon. And with that, we're making buttons that can pin on to jackets, vests, backpacks, fanny packs, t-shirts, sweaters, cardigans. We can make buttons for anything. And those will be selling for $1 for the little ones and $2.50 for the bigger ones. We're going to feature our lead-off design with the classic rat head, and we're also going to make a button of Medusa. So look out for our samples, and we will get those here on the wall in the shop very soon. Lastly, we also have a lead on stickers. So in the weeks to come, we might have a sample sticker for all of you guys to check out. Now here we are on my list. I'm doing really well sticking to my chart here, and it tells me next we're going to talk about Friday's Heroes, and this is Friday's Heroes. Volume 6, this Friday, March 9th. Here in the workshop, kicking off in the morning. I will look at my schedule and see if I need to be here Friday's Heroes at 9. I might alter a tiny little bit to start the day at 11, because I've noticed in previous volumes of Friday's Heroes, the good rats don't really start showing up till 11:30 or 12 noon as it is. But this one is Volume 6, so that means at the close of this Friday's Heroes, we've been doing Friday's Heroes now for half of a year. And no better way to kick off the first round of Friday's Heroes Championships with Volume 6. So what this means is that if you attend and purchase a service in 3 consecutive volumes of Friday's Heroes, coffee, I'm dying. So what that means is if you attend Volume 6, 7, and 8, you get to hold on to the Friday's Heroes Championship belt until someone else takes your title of 3 consecutive services on 3 consecutive Friday's Heroes. Or if you sit for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Now, the first time you miss a Friday's Heroes, you have to forfeit your belt and bring it back to the workshop, and we'll put it back on the wall for the next reigning champion. We are working on procuring lightsabers in case there is a duel. There's going to be a lightsaber battle out in the parking lot to determine who takes the championship if there are multiple participants who have purchased a service in 3 consecutive Friday's Heroes at the same time. It's getting way too confusing, but you get the point. Okay, back to the list. Content is item 2, subsection number 1, persona. I've really been enjoying making persona videos, and for the past few weeks they've been streaming on the Instagram account and Facebook. Eventually I'm gonna get all of our content on YouTube, but for now I will say this about persona. It is fun taking the GoPro around your session and getting a before video and documenting the creative process and then showing off the stylized photos at the end. I love doing it. I love seeing the enthusiasm from you all wanting more epis of persona. And while I'm talking about the format, I'll say this. We're doing things in blocks of 3 these days. And you might have seen the Instagram where I've done 3 for 3. So I'll post 3 different things of similar content. So that way it might be 3 epis of persona. And then the 3 featured people from persona, featuring 3 different looks at their new look. That was look in the same sentence too many times, but you get the idea once again. And now I've been doing this for a few weeks and I'm really enjoying the cohesive feel that it brings to social media. It's giving you all a different perspective on the same head of hair, featuring that person first and foremost. And I like the challenge. I like now extending myself into photographer mode again, thinking about 3 different ways I can document the same haircut, the same hair color, all the while featuring the human attached to the hair. Again, I'm gonna take this little sippy part, that's a skull. I like that. I think that's my favorite little sippy part of Witch's Brew mug. I'm gonna use that to sip some coffee. You've also seen the vlog, and in Epi 1 I talked about color product, I believe. And then Epi 2 I did a little bit of the Destroy the Industry content, talking about why I don't believe in behind the chairs one-shot competition and why I think it's just really ridiculous for me to join it. Vlogs are kind of sporadic. Whenever I think of a topic that doesn't fit into Rat Chat, and I will film them off the cuff here and just make them a standalone video. And they're not regularly scheduled post the way Rat Chat is every Wednesday. A vlog can come and go as I deem it necessary. But it seems like you all really enjoy the content in the vlogs and persona and this initial thoughts video I had on Vero. Because Rat Chat, I don't want to make it half an hour and 35 minutes long every week. So I need to break my thoughts down into shorter, more concise videos, hence the vlog and hence my initial thoughts. Let me know what you would like to see in future vlogs and future initial thoughts, and I'd be more than happy to film them for you. Summarizing that, making content is really important and it's something that I love doing. I love documenting our sessions together. Most of all, I love bringing to life your new hair project in these very stylized ways. And then also, I just love communicating with you because after all, we have the power to communicate and share ideas with one another by way of social media. And that's why I'm really excited to begin using Vero on a much more in-depth manner now that I've gotten the basics down, because from what I've seen, it's very easy to connect with people by way of Vero. And the limitations as far as what you can post, how you can post it, and when you can post it on Vero, there are very few limitations. If you haven't checked it out yet, link in this profile will be the Vero initial thoughts video. Check it out, download the app, find me, connect with me, and let's see what we can do on social media together. Now we're on to the last segment of today's list, and this says how to build culture. And that's a question that I get asked a lot here regarding Good Rats Barbershop and Social Club, is how do you build that culture and where do the ideas come from? A lot of the ideas come from conversations or experiences that you and I share together. And I take a look at those experiences, both good and bad, and I look at what I've learned from them. I look at what you all have learned from them, sorts of things you interact with and ask me during sessions and over social media and conversations. And I begin looking at how we can modify, develop, or keep the same those experiences for more people. That is the key to it, is I think there's a lot of honesty that goes into this, and social media certainly helps, but there is no replacement for one-on-one human interaction. So I use that as a baseline of our culture. I look at it as saying, if we're gonna build this culture here in Suite 41 and beyond, because now the social club is moving into other events that might not be held here in the workshop. I look at it and I base it off of positive human interaction for authenticity to help us reach our global objective of self-discovery, promoting self-awareness, and then ultimately reaching out into self-expression. So when we're talking about culture building here in Suite 41 and with the social club and the barbershop, we are talking about ways to be honest with one another, to be honest with ourselves, and finding a way to bring together the most authentic versions of ourselves. And that is really the culture. We happen to feature a lot of artists, musicians, creative types, people that are seeking something new to hold on to, seeking something to join. And the willingness and openness to bring in new people certainly will influence how culture is built. I guess there are really no huge rules, you know? I think of culture as being something organic, something honest, something that we have to allow evolve and change over time to meet the needs and requests of the members of that culture. And being open-minded is certainly rule number one here in the Good Rats culture. Tolerance, acceptance, promoting those things, that's very important here in the Good Rats culture. I don't want any closed-mindedness or negativity. And if there is negativity, I want to learn from it. I want to develop it into something positive, and I don't want people to feel isolated because of our culture. You know, culture can be used for a lot of different things. It can be used to promote interactions, or it can be used to negate interactions. And I always want our culture to be about promoting positive interactions with one another. So that's a quick look on the question of how to build a culture. Just honest interactions and embracing those and embracing you all. Well, the battery's about to die. I'm out of coffee. I finished my list. So that means ep16 is a wrap. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and this is Mr. Phil signing off.